Hey everyone, happy Wednesday! I'm Trisha Swenson here in Vail Village, and we're gonna be telling you many things that are gonna brighten your day today for your Wednesday. And we're gonna let you know about when the next snowstorm is coming. We'll also let you know about International Women's Day, so much more. So stick with us. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning. This is Vail Valley Live, and yes, happy International Women's Day. It's a day about celebrating women who inspire us and lift us up. And who better for me to co-host with than Trisha Swenson? She's totally an inspiration and role model to me. So we look forward to sharing the next hour with you on Vail Valley Live. We have lots of information on weather, upcoming events, the mountain conditions, and lots of the arts and entertainment. You know, Trisha Swenson's our gal for arts and entertainment. So there's a lot to look forward to. We're in the month of March, and if you're waking up early when the sun rises, you're noticing it's just so much brighter in the morning, which is really exciting. We just had our last full moon of the winter season, so spring is truly in the air. We are definitely seeing spring breakers here, lots of heavy traffic. The villages are popping with energy. Hotels are definitely seeing a lot of numbers. So we love people who choose to come to Vail and Beaver Creek for their spring breaks, support their businesses, and enjoy the mountain, because we are lucky who live here full time that we get to enjoy it so much. So let's dive in and look at the weather for today and the upcoming weekend, because there is a little bit snow on the horizon. Thank you to the outlets at Silverthorne for bringing you this weather segment. We're starting things out not too cold, mostly sunny, about 17 degrees. We're going to see a high of 40, low of 17. So it'll be a nice day. Winds will definitely see some gusts today. We've been seeing pretty windy days. Spring and the month of March can often bring windy weather. But overnight, we're going to see about 1 to 2 inches of snow. So do keep that in mind. And those winds are going to be about 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, those temperatures will cool down a bit. Some clouds in the morning will give way to sunny skies in the afternoon, high of 34, low of 16. And then on Friday, cloudy skies with periods of light rain in the day, because we are seeing those temperatures in the 40s, 41, 42, and 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that chance of rain is 60%. So not even snow on Friday. But then we'll expect to see that kind of turn into snow on Saturday, mostly in the morning. Temperatures will be steady in the upper 30s, maybe even to hit 40. So we'll see if it's going to be rain or snow, but that chance is 80% on Saturday. And on Sunday, very similar forecast as well. So let's see. I mean, obviously, we're praying for snow. We don't really want rain around here. So as you can see, this is some of our snow totals coming up. In the next 5 days, we are expected to see 10 inches. So maybe 1 inch on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and hopefully 6 on Saturday. That looks more promising than rain. And then in the next 10 days, we can expect to see another 10 inches. So we want to keep it coming, but we also have been enjoying some of these bluebird days and a little bit more warmer temperatures. It just makes for the ski day to be just a little bit more relaxing. You don't have to really crunch up because it's so cold, but we've had some nice weather in the past couple days. So we'll see what the weekend brings, but it should be a great, beautiful Wednesday. Let's bring things outside, see how the skies look, how it feels with our gal, Trisha Swenson.
Well, thank you very much, Meredith, and it's a pleasure to work with you. And we got Leah running the controls today, so we got a lot of women that are working at Vail Valley Live for International Women's Day. So kudos to you. Love you guys. Thank you for all you do. But you know what? It feels pretty nice out here, and what a difference like a week makes or so. Just the daylight hours becoming a little bit longer. We're approaching, of course, daylight savings time. So this upcoming Sunday is when we spring forward. All right. So what is like what if the sun sets a little around 6 o'clock? Well, the sun will be setting at 7 p.m. So you'll have more hours of daylight to enjoy walking the dog, maybe just getting out for a hike, and enjoying the sunshine. It'll be a little darker when you get up, depending on what time you get up. I mean, pretty much our whole team gets up when it's still pretty dark out. But we are seeing that, so that is on the horizon. And you mentioned we our last full moon of the winter, because winter is ending as soon as the vernal equinox or spring equinox begins, and that's going to be on March 20th, so just a little over half away or so there's just a lot of change in the air. I mean, literally, when you consider just that feeling. I mean, it doesn't it feel like spring is already here?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm used to waking up in the dark, so it makes our mornings feel a little less painful, but I would rather have lighter evenings. And I don't know who wouldn't agree with a little bit more daylight in the evening to enjoy, an evening with just a dinner with a sunset. As you said, walk the dogs. You can kind of just make a little bit more plans. In the winter, it was 5 o'clock and it was dark, and you went home and wound down. So I think we're all looking forward to a little bit more light. And I mean, spring skiing, it's just a different energy than all the months that we see leading up to it. Maybe it lends to some more picnics outside. It's also different outfits. I was talking to Anna Tetstrom, who we're going to be talking a little bit later about, who owns Hoo Ha, and she's got some really great spring skiing outfits that are fun and lighthearted, maybe even some fun outfits for closing day. So it just kind of changes the vibe on the mountain as well.
Yeah, and you know what? We will start to see the changing of the conditions. And we haven't really seen that yet. Yesterday, I got to go out and go skiing. We had a little Vail Daily employee ski day in the afternoon. So we were over at the Beeve. Conditions were still pretty, winter like. But as soon as we get these longer daylight hours and warmer temperatures, things tend to kind of melt during the day and get to some of that, what we call that corn snow. And then it refreezes overnight. So we always want people to be aware of that. And spring wax is something you're going to want to consider as we go into the rest of the season. We're going to be closing down Beaver Creek, I think April 16th. It's that Sunday. And then April 23rd, the very next week, will be when we close down Vail. Unless they announce something different, but that is the word out there. Last year we stayed open till early May, but that's the word on the street right now and on their website that they are going to close on those dates. But when we get into this time of year, yes, the proper wax, because when the snow gets really, that corn snow, it has more moisture in it, it's very granular. And think about that wax that's on your skis. It kind of just it gets taken off a little bit more, more often than when we have the colder snow and the colder wax. And there's different types of wax that they will use. So leave that to the professionals, unless you love doing this at home and getting the iron out and waxing your own gear. But that's something that we will be talking about a lot more as we go into the springtime season here at Vail and Beaver Creek.
Yeah, it's a great point you add. I just want to get my skis in now to get waxed because it is really important. I remember when I was younger, I was skiing and the snow almost becomes more sticky. So I was going pretty fast, but my skis weren't going as fast as I was. And I kind of flipped and, hurt myself. Who's
You know,
surprised?
what's that? What's that? The an object in motion will remain in motion. So yeah, so literally what happens is you're going down, especially a catwalk, and you might get a shady spot, and then you go back into a sunny spot. In the shady spot, your skis pick up speed, and then the sunny spot where the snow changes consistency, that like slows down your skis, but your upper body's still like Whoa! So we see a lot of that this time of year as well. So I mean, not quite now. I mean, I think we're still going to be, a little warm today, but then as we go into the cloudy conditions that we're going to see this weekend and a little cooler temperatures, I think it'll still be more winter-like than total spring. But it's on the horizon. It's just something that we want to start talking about and let people know about. But right now, I'm seeing a little bit of blue sky, a little bit of high clouds. So it's just, really not a lot of wind this morning. And Meredith, I know you mentioned wind, and we do see those gusty conditions in the springtime. It's just kind of a typical thing that we have at this time of the seasons. But yeah, wind is going to come into factor probably the next couple of afternoons at least. We felt it yesterday, so even though the temperatures were warm, it was about 44 degrees over at Beaver Creek. That was at the base of the lifts. Um, but so I didn't have my insulating layer on because I didn't start skiing till 1:30. But you know what? You sit around or you're in the shade at all. My hands got a little cold, especially on my last run down. So I think it's a good idea to prepare with layers. You can always put them on if you need them. Bring a backpack, or there's a lot of lockers around Vail and Beaver Creek up on the mountain, down at the base areas where you can store something if you want to just have it just in case.
Yep. Skiing is all about planning ahead just to enjoy. It takes a lot of prep and a lot of organization. You got to be on top of it. So, we're here to help you wax your skis, wear your layers, wear your sunscreen. And we have so much more coming for the show today. So, stay tight with us. We're just going to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and watch Vail Valley Latino. Our goal is to elevate the voices of the Latino community in the Eagle River Valley and provide a platform to speak with local businesses, organizations, entrepreneurs, creatives, and much more. Find the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Outside Television Channel 17. We are Vail Valley Latino.
All right, it's time to see what made headlines for today in your Vail Daily, and there's lots of great information. Taking the cover photo, closed for the season. A sign announces the closure of Nottingham Lake Ice Rink Tuesday in Avon. The rink is closed for the season as warmer weather continues to melt the snow and ice around the valley. That also makes me think about the ice sculpture in Vail. Maybe we can have Trisha Swenson go down and take a look at that because, yes, as warmer temperatures are melting some of the ice, so this is a nice PSA to know don't plan skating the Nottingham Lake. And the big headline taking the cover, Vail's female fashion bosses. Diane Boyer, Rhonda Swenson, and Anna Tetstrom talk about the ups and downs of running their own companies and how they have achieved success in the ski industry. All right, now this is an article that I am wanting to read. Fashion Forward. It's just a great article looking at those three iconic women who have built their own brands here in Vail. And on International Women's Day, what better way to celebrate these wonderful women that we all know and, cherish. Anna Testrom and I grew up together, and I wear a lot of her stuff. And Skea, and oh my gosh, just some great Crimson and Clover. So super exciting. Take a look for yourself on the local and region A2. And the price of the Epic Passes increased from $68 to $909. This is a look over the years and how much prices have raised since the beginning. But hey, this is really good information. The Epic Pass just went on sale yesterday, and there are some changes, including Telluride will only be a pass partner requiring reservations. So there are some different expectations with the pass, especially with Europe, and there's some expansions. So this is a really great information, all for you in the Vail Daily. And more about ski passes. There's also big changes for the Indy Ski Pass. And this pass bands together independently owned ski areas. But now it gets a new owner and new sales strategy. So you can find more information about that on page A4. And sports and outdoors, Colorado's oldest chairlift will be retired at age 70. Wow. So you can see right there on the cover image, skiers ride up the Segundo lift at Sunlight Mountain Resort in Glenwood Springs. So this started in Aspen in 1954, and then it was relocated to Sunlight in 1973. I mean, just wrapping your head about relocating a chairlift is a lot, but you can see it's definitely old-fashioned, and it is going to be replaced next year. So this is all at Sunlight now, which is just outside of Glenwood. So you can read a little bit more about that on your sports and outdoors. And of course, we got to mention hashtag Vail Live and Town Talk. You can submit your photos on Instagram using hashtag Vail Live. We see some kids sporting grins and medals up there. And then Town Talk, you can email a photo and caption to Town Talk, maybe making an event, some awareness of an event or birthday. Happy birthday, King Noah. He is celebrating a birthday today. And then Spring Dance Showcase. Hey, this is actually the studio that I also work at, and they are going to be presenting a show April 15th at the Vail Mountain School. And it's a variety of different styles of dance. They are really incredible. These are the company members of the ballet, so really grounded in a lot of technique. They were a lot of the stars in the Nutcracker, so now you can see them in a whole new take of a performance. Again, that is Saturday, April 15th at 4 p.m. Lots of great information, like I said, in the paper. Different sales going on, ideas on, where to eat, and horoscopes. So pick up your copy. It is free across the valley. So make it yours today. All right, let's take a look at those roads. It's been really nice driving. We haven't seen any new snow in the past couple days, so the snow is actually starting to melt around the interstate, and some of those big snow banks that have been building up over the season. But as you can see, clear roads, no traffic for this morning. Normally, Tuesday through Thursday, we really have light traffic from the Front Range up here into the high country. But as we get to Friday through the weekend to Sunday, that's when you can expect that traffic to really pick up, either going westbound on Friday or eastbound on Sunday. So make sure to watch out for that. And you can always visit coloradotrip.org to get all of these alerts and these webcams. We do have a travel alert. US 50 has construction, and this is going to be happening for a little bit, and this is all starting just 2 days ago. So a lane will be closed, and this, definitely will back up those roads too. So just a great resource, coloradotrip.org, to stay in the know on roads. All right, that takes care of business this morning. Let's bring things back outside and see the views fresh at Vail Village.
Hey Meredith, so I'm down here by the covered bridge and people are starting to get off the buses, carrying their skis, walking down, getting over to Gondola 1 this morning. The lift ticket office will open for you right around 8:30, and that's when the lifts open for you as well. But the reason I thought I'd bring it over to the covered bridge is there's a great book, a historical book with the women who walked this bridge. And it's those women that were here kind of from the beginning, 1962 to maybe the early 70s. So it's those really pioneering women. I mean, it's kind of funny to use that term when you were in the 60s, but it was very remote here. It was a long distance call to Minturn. That's where everyone got their groceries. I-70 was not really here. The Eisenhower Tunnel celebrates its 50th anniversary today. It opened March 8th, 1973, speaking of the road report, but it was a whole different animal here, and none of this was here. And the women were very instrumental in helping build Vail. So that book just really puts it in perspective, and it's a great resource if you want to learn more about the women who basically helped start Vail. It's called The Women Who Walk This Bridge, and it's written by Elaine Kelton and Carolyn Pope. And they sell it right at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. They sell it at some of the other shops around town. So look for that book. It's really inspiring, and it's really a fun read when you think of these women that came over from all different walks of life and how they inserted themselves into growing this town.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad that you mentioned that book. It is so inspiring. When you read all of just these individual stories, it's so nice to connect and just see where we came from. And there's a lot of different other great history books at the museum. This year, I feel like so many things are celebrating anniversaries. So, happy anniversary to the tunnel, too. We are definitely grateful for that tunnel for easy access to Denver. But I can't often see a lot of traffic through there. I mean, the count of cars that it sees, it's an international highway. So
Yeah.
very cool, that book. I need to buy that for myself.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's such a treat. It's a great coffee table book. It's a wonderful gift for someone. But I just thought on this day, and I thought I would also kind of go around to some of the businesses that have so much female leadership in them as well. So I'll be bopping through Bridge Street and maybe a few other places and let you know. And then later on, we've got speaking of International Women's Day, I'll be talking to Megan Castron, and she is Jewel Chick. She comes up from Australia pretty much every year that she can. They were not able to come up here during COVID, but last year they were back. So we're going to have her on the show later on today. So yeah, I'll kind of let you know about some of the history of some businesses in the Vail Valley that have ties to women too.
I love it. Well, speaking of women, we have a lot of inspiration with athletes here in the Valley. The list goes on and on. We were just talking about Michaela Schifrin, who took 5th in the overall title for the World Cup. And another hometown girl is Tess Johnson. And we actually had an opportunity to catch up with her for a little Yeti's Grind coffee chat. So let's learn a little more.
Hi, I'm Tess Johnson. I was born and raised in Vail, Colorado, and we're here at Yeti's Grind in Vail. I'm a U.S. ski team member, World Cup skier on the FIS Freestyle Tour. I'm drinking a chocolate mint latte. Growing up in Vail was a really special experience. I think I am who I am because of this valley and the people in it, and I definitely wouldn't be where I am in the ski industry if I wasn't on skis at 2 years old in Beaver Creek. So I credit Vail and this entire community for where I am today.
Tess Johnson, and we are ready at the top.
Every step of the way in my ski career and just in my life, I've felt the Vail community right next to me. When I made the Olympics in 2018, it was kind of a surprise. I was the underdog. My family definitely didn't buy plane tickets ahead of time. And when I made it, we had about 10 days for my family to figure out how to get there. And the entire community created a GoFundMe to raise money for my family to come all the way to South Korea and watch me compete. I really wouldn't be where I am, but also who I am without this community. I think when I say I'm from Vail, I just feel so much pride. So I started mogul skiing when I was 9 years old. My neighbors down the street were a part of the bump program here in Vail, and we skied highline on Chair 9 10 times. It was 10 on 10, and I remember thinking it was just the most awesome thing of all time. I told my mom, I was like, I think bumps is kind of my calling, and she signed me up for bumps and jumps, and I never looked back. I think that first day on Chair 10 really started my passion for the sport, and I love going back there over Christmas and whenever I can to kind of reignite that passion and just remember why I do this sport. I think 2 accomplishments in my career stand out to me the most. The first one would be becoming an Olympian in 2018. That was always one of my biggest dreams in this sport, and to do it at 17 years old with my whole family there in Korea was just magical. And the second one would be my team's World Cup sweep in Deer Valley, Utah in 2021. My teammate Kai Owens and Hannah Soar and I swept the podium for the first time in history, and that was just unreal to do on home soil in front of our family and friends. To all be holding the American flag together on that podium was really so special. Words can't really describe how I felt in that moment. The advice I would give my younger self would be to remember why I ski, and I think that has helped me a ton in the tougher moments in my career. My passion for mogul skiing was born with friends on Vail Mountain, and I think all of that helps me get through some of the tougher times in which I get a little bit too wrapped up in the outcome and the results. And I think if I can remember why I do it a little bit more often, I'll be just fine. Once again, I'm Tess Johnson. This has been the Yeti's Grind Coffee Chat.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. We are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
Thank you, Grand Hyatt Vail, for sponsoring this weather segment. We're starting things pretty warm, and really today and through the next couple days, temperatures are in the 40s. People, it is springtime. We're not seeing those below freezing temperatures anymore. Right now, it's currently about 17 degrees, and today, yes, we will see a high of around 40. Partly cloudy this morning, then becoming more cloudy and overcast this afternoon. Winds can get up to 10 to 20 miles per hour, so keep that in mind if you're headed to the hill. Tomorrow, we'll cool things down just a little bit. Some clouds in the morning will give way to mainly skies in the afternoon. We'll see a high of 34, low of 16. We may even see a little bit of snow overnight. So we'll see how that shakes out. But it is going to be a beautiful day for tomorrow. And then for Friday, cloudy skies with periods of light rain in the day. So if those temperatures really are above 32, that moisture turns to wet rain, but it will be a mixture of rain and snow, a high of 41, low of 14. Anywhere from 1 to 3 inches that day and about 1 inch overnight. And then Saturday, similar. Snow during the morning. It'll give way to lingering snow showers during the afternoon. Temperatures nearly steady in the upper 30s. Winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, and that chance of snow on Saturday is 80%. So we will expect to see about 2 to 4 more inches of snow than 1 inch overnight. And then for Sunday, mostly cloudy with snow showers in the morning, high of 38, winds west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And that chance lowers down to about 40%. So we can look at those snow totals: 1 inch Thursday, 2 inches on Friday, and 6 inches both at Vail and Beaver Creek on Saturday. So that is the day where hopefully temperatures will feel a little bit colder, so it can be snow and not rain. Let's pray for it. And then in the next 6 to 10 days, we can expect to see another 10 inches. But all of the mountains are fully open. We are sitting on some incredible inches. Actually, could we bring those snow totals up for the season? I know Vail, we have a 70-inch base. We've had such a great snow season this year, and it's just increasing. So maybe we'll even get to 300. I'm sure of it. 276 inches currently for this season at Vail. And in the last 7 days, we've had 8 inches. So pretty great for our snow. I know that Utah and California has been getting a lot of snow. Maybe not as much as us, but we'll take our season. It's been great so far. So we'll see what this weekend holds. But let's bring Trisha in and talk about some arts and entertainment. There's a lot happening up at the Villar Performing Arts Center, which is up in Beaver Creek. And man, this weekend is packed full, starting on Thursday.
Oh, yes. And you know what? If we can, I wanted to just run over towards Meadow Drive to let people know a little bit more about International Women's Day and some of the women business leaders in our community. So the Sun and Up was right behind me, and Johannes and his wife, Rosanna Fessler, have been running this hotel for decades. But Rosanna, big, instrumental in the hospitality industry, also instrumental in the Sun and Up Breast Center down in Edwards. A lot of people get their mammograms there, and we're so lucky to have all that technology in our county. And then Luca Bruno Due, Jen Bruno, our little fashionista. She is instrumental in keeping us all looking good with her different fashions. And then kind of going down the row, I think of Lenona, Mira at Lenona. We've got, Thea at Chasing Rabbits. I know you know Thea Noble. And then we've got Lori O'Connell at Perch. And then if we go a little bit closer, across the International Bridge, we have, of course, Hillary Megner at Squash Blossom, and Shaika at Gustav Graumshammer, Peppy Sports, Jennifer Long up at the Red Lion. So a lot of women that are business leaders in our, just even in Vail Village alone.
Yeah, Jana Morgan at Sweet Basil.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Jana Morgan. I mean, like, the list goes on. So I just thought, like, when I was walking, I was like, oh, yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so. Okay, but now we'll take it back to Beaver Creek. And yes, Beaver Creek has a lot going on, whether it's, outdoors and indoors. Thursday, we've got Thursday Night Lights coming. And that's a fun glow stick ski down. We say it's for the kids, but actually it's pretty darn fun for the adults as well. And with the daylight hours getting a little bit longer, they may be loading a little later this time of year. So I would check with the ski school office right by the base, and they'll let you know whether they're going to load at 6:30 or if they pushed it back a little bit. But you register first; it's absolutely free. And then if you're a level 5 skier or above, aren't afraid to ski in the dark, and then they've got to wait for it to turn dark so that the fireworks and the glow sticks can be seen. But that's such a classic event. I think they'll do it probably through the month of March, and then it'll be done. So you only have a few more Thursdays to do this if you haven't done it.
Yeah, definitely something to put on the calendar. Even if you're staying in Vail, it's a quick drive over to Beaver Creek. And like you said, a very fun family affair. So put it on the list and know that it might be a little bit later because we're seeing lighter evenings.
Yeah, but then the Villar Performing Arts Center has so much going on. This March is really packed, and it really shows the variety, the scope. And, we mentioned anniversaries earlier. They're celebrating 25 years, and it was a pretty crazy idea to put this 535 seat theater, 2-story theater, huge square footage underneath an ice rink. But they did it, and I mean, I think the world can applaud what this has done and how successful it's been in 25 years.
Oh, absolutely. And so looking at the calendar, the Yamato Drummers of Japan, and there's limited availability. I think even, yeah, just a couple more tickets left for this, but what a spectacular show we can expect at this. The Hinotori, the Wings of Phoenix, they've performed over 4,000 shows since they started in 1993. And, their homeland is in Japan, but they do tour all across the world. And this really is going to be quite the experience.
Yeah, I think they have 40 different taiko drums on the stage. One of them is like 2 meters in diameter, weighs 500 kilograms. So, I mean, probably over 200 pounds. So they've got to travel with all that and everything. So this is going to be great. And the fact that they are on this world tour and you can see them in our backyard after maybe a day of skiing or snowboarding or hiking or whatever you're doing, maybe even fly fishing, and then go and see a world-class performance. That's what's so special about the Villar Performing Arts Center.
Absolutely. And then on Friday, March 10th, the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. Who doesn't love some jazz music, a boy group? And yeah, this is going to be at 7 p.m. I mean, I just love listening to live jazz music.
Oh yeah, I mean, and look at it, having that many people up on the stage, it's just going to have all that energy. And Preservation Hall, that's a pretty special place. And they're celebrating their 60th anniversary. So they're just, they just love sharing the love of jazz. And they played here, the Preservation Hall Jazz Band did play here during the Villar's inaugural season. So it's kind of neat to come full circle. And they played here a couple times in between that time in the last 2.5 decades. But it's great to have them back, and this is going to be just a fun evening of music. Show starts at 7. You still have some time to get there, and get your tickets. And you can after that you can have dinner. You could or have dinner before. Go straight from opera straight into the jazz music, and I bet you there'll be a little maybe dancing in the aisles for this one.
Absolutely. And then speaking of International Women's Day, it's a women's world. Legally Blonde is coming to the Villar, and this is currently sold out, but you never know if you find a ticket online or if they end up releasing a little bit more, so you can stay in the know by villarpack.org. They'll release tickets there online, but this is really exciting. The last time they've seen Legally Blonde on the Villar stage, I may say, it was when I did it back in high school, and I was Elwoods. So Delta Nu forever. This is such a fun musical. I could probably recite still every line and song. So it's just such a fun. I mean, we all love the movie, and the musical might be as cute.
Oh yeah, I know, and it's been limited availability for quite some time, so it does not surprise me that it sells out. And with the drumming, Yamato drumming being almost sold out, get your tickets now. This is tomorrow, so you definitely need to get things in order. Get the babysitter, whatever you need to do, like figure this out so you can attend the show. Because only 535 seats. I mean, you compare that to the Ford Amphitheater, which maybe has about 2,500. That's 5 times more. So no wonder this place sells out quite often. And that was kind of by design, Meredith, because when they were thinking about how big are we going to build this, they wanted it small enough that it could still be sustainable and welcoming and make money and not try to sell out big shows every single night like we're practically doing in March. So that 530 seats was pretty much by design.
Definitely. So that is a good reminder to get those tickets. And we actually had a chance to talk to some of the drummers. And do keep in mind, they're still working on their English. They got the drumming down, but they do come all the way from Japan. And we sent them some questions. And so we're really excited to learn a little bit more from them.
My name is Genta Ogawa. I am the youngest drummer of Yamato. I am 20 years old, and I am performing, of course, and to support to everyone's work for the preparation and the loading out and in our instruments to the truck. Yamato has visited Colorado several times, but this is my first time. Since it is my first time, I am very concerned about the scenery of the town and whether I can feel the atmosphere to Colorado. I have heard about the natural scenery of Colorado from other drummers who have already visited. In particular, I would love to see the Rocky Mountains. I am excited to come to Colorado.
I am Jun Kato. I'd like to explain about Yamato's show. There are more than 30 big taiko drums and well-trained taiko drummers. The sound is powerful and energetic. And also, we are trying to show you a much more new style of taiko drumming. All the performing opportunities are special for me. However, I got a special experience in the period of COVID. From March 2020 until March 2022. We had influence over that and could not go anywhere and no show in that period. Then we are trying to perform online via the internet. We did not expect anything, but we got many real-time chat messages. When we saw it when we performed in front of the cameras, we could feel the warm heart and big vibration from the audience. That's a special experience for me.
My name is Nene Miura. It has been 7 years since I joined Yamato. I started playing the taiko drum from 8 years old. My mother invited me to join the local taiko team in Nagano Prefecture. I got hooked on taiko as soon as I joined. It is because of that sound, I think. It's deep and energetic, and I could get power from taiko. And also, my mind becomes clear and fresh when I play the taiko drum. Then I wanted to continue to play taiko drum in the professional company. Please do not be shy and try to do anything with the challenge spirit. Then you can do anything. I am understanding and feeling it now in Yamato.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the Outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the Outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
I'm Dr. Scott Robb with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. I am a board-certified physiatrist, which is a physical medicine rehab doctor, and pain medicine doctor. I specialize in non-operative spine and interventional pain. Today we're with Vail Valley Live, and we are going to be answering some questions for some of the people in our community. All right, well, here we go with our first question for today. When should I give up on physical and massage therapy and see an orthopedic specialist for my neck pain? That's a great question and a common question that we get. In general, if physical therapy or massage therapy isn't helping, I would say in about 3 weeks or showing any progress in 3 weeks, well then I think it's time to get a specialty evaluation. Of course, if you're having not just neck pain, but you're having pain down your arm or numbness, tingling, or weakness, that should be a trigger to go to a specialist far before 3 weeks. Second question for today. Is it true that 90% of spinal conditions do not require surgery? If so, what treatments do you typically prescribe? 90% is maybe high, but it's close to that. Most people that have back pain don't require surgical treatment, and that's why I'm here. Most people will start out with physical therapy. Oftentimes, if it's really acute, oral anti-inflammatories, prescription strength, or oral steroids. And if they're not improving, other things that we consider would be injection therapy. And ultimately, if they're not better with that, then we assess whether they have a problem appropriate for spine surgical consideration. How can I manage my back pain while still enjoying the ski season? First off, you got to look at flexibility. You're in a crouch position. Maybe you should be working on hip flexor stretching. Of course, everybody talks about having a strong core, not so easy to do. Probably the best thing to do if you're really feeling like your core is weak is getting in to see a physical therapist to get proper stabilization training. But a lot of the stretching that people need to do would be focused on their hips. There's psoas muscle, which is a hip flexor, their buttock muscles, and their hamstrings. Fourth question, are injections going to cure me? No. However, injections can be very helpful in reducing pain so that you can do the physical therapy if you're in that much pain that you need PT. Many people are using injections for management of symptoms. So I have a lot of patients that require injection therapy to optimize function, reduce pain. All of our injections are done under live imaging called fluoroscopy. They're done at a surgery center, and they're done with or without sedation per the patient's preference. But they do not cure you. They can help manage your pain, especially in situations where your symptoms are recalcitrant or not responding to medications, massage therapy, chiropractic physical therapy. And of course, after an evaluation, we've made sure you have something that we think can improve with an injection. I'd like to thank Vail Valley Live for having me today. If there's other questions, please feel free to reach out to us here at Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. I'm Dr. Scott Robb with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. I specialize in non-operative spine, and I'd be happy to see you if you need me.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active.
Let's take a look at the weather for the last time today. We are seeing those temperatures rise up to the 40s and stay around there all the way from today through the weekend. We are expecting to see about highs of 34 tomorrow. That's about as cold of a high as possible. So some pretty warm temperatures. Currently, it is about 16 degrees and it'll be partly cloudy this morning and then becoming cloudy during the afternoon. High of 40, southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. And the humidity is about 34%. Sunrise 6:28 a.m., sunset 6:05. Like I said, Thursday, our coldest high, 34. Some clouds in the morning, and it will give away mainly sunny skies for the afternoon. We may even see a little bit of overnight snow, especially with those cold temperatures, and about a 13% chance for moisture on Thursday. But for the most part, it's going to be mostly sunny, especially in the afternoon. So that'll be a great day to try to get some laps up on the mountain. On Friday, 42 as a high, and cloudy skies with periods of either light rain or a mixture of snow, and that chance is about 60%, 5 to 10 miles per hour for winds. Saturday, snowy start to the day, and it'll lighten up as we get to the afternoon. Temperatures will stay steady in the upper 30s to 40s, winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. That chance of snow is 80%. We can expect to see about 2 to 4 inches. And then for Sunday, similar, but that chance of snow comes down to about 40%, mostly cloudy with snow showers during the morning. So that's a look at the next couple days. We can expect to see about 10 inches of snow. Do keep in mind that can change really based on the day, but as of today, that is the prediction, 6 inches for Saturday. So I know we're all hoping for that. We could use a little bit of extra fresh snow on the mountain. We always love that to keep it nice and soft, but those ski days should be nice and comfortable in the 40s with some sun and some cloud coverage. But even when we do see those cloud coverage, make sure you are wearing the sunscreen because we are at such a high elevation. Anywhere from 8,100 up to 13,000 feet up at the top of the mountain. So we are very close to the sun. Put on the sunscreen and just, keep in mind to layer up and just be ready for any kind of temperature or winds. We are seeing some pretty windy weather this month of March. All right, we're going to send things outside with Trisha Swenson, and I think she has a guest.
Yes, we do, Meredith, with International Women's Day. We're so happy that our good friend Megan Casper, the Jewel Chick, is here all the way from Australia. So we want to just talk a little bit about her endeavors in, the business world and spreading joy, because it goes hand in hand. You started out kind of as a jewelry designer, but it's gone so much further than that.
More than I would have ever imagined. I started hand painting ceramic plates, and then I made jewelry, and then now it's bed linen and homewares and shoes and sweaters and scarves and
yeah.
It's sort of a bit of everything. It's so fun.
And rainbow is her signature color, so you're gonna always see something very colorful on her, and I love it. And you kind of just incorporate it into your whole wardrobe. Yeah. Her ski jacket is rainbow. Her car is rainbow.
My car is rainbow. But the nice thing about it is that it enables me to give back to charities, which is important to me. So with the sweaters, I was working with Olivia Newton-John, and when she passed away, I'm still continuing to do that and give a percentage to her wellness centre and her foundation. And with the sweatshirts, it's for ALS.
Yeah, have a happy day. So for ALS, because unfortunately, you've had a couple of friends that have died of ALS.
Yeah, and I've got one currently with ALS now, Joe, in Australia. So I really, it's such a hideous disease, and I want there to be a cure for it.
Yes. Oh,
so
yeah.
I like I like there to be some meaning behind what I do as well. I love doing it, and I really do it because I like to have the garments myself, you know.
Well, I know.
And making the money's the byproduct, but you know, it's just fun.
Yeah, making the money is byproduct, and then giving to whatever charity that of the whim, you know,
Yeah.
which everyone is speaking to at the
Yes,
moment.
exactly.
That's
It's
what
so
you
good.
do.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about this sweater because this is pretty new, right?
Yes, this is with a company called Zack and Clover.
I love it.
And this is available internationally.
Okay.
There's not many left now because everyone's been a bit crazy since Nikki Whelan wore it the other day.
I know. So on her Instagram. So yeah, give us your Instagram.
Jewel Chick.
Jewel Chick. And yeah, look at this. So
yeah, there she is. Look at
so
her.
cute.
Doesn't she look gorgeous in it?
Oh,
I
yeah.
said to her, it makes me want another one because she looks so good.
I know. It makes me want one,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
want to look at it as good as she does.
I
in it.
know.
But no, it's happy clothes,
Yeah.
and I think that's what's so nice is people resonate with that.
Yeah, I find that when I wear colours, people will talk to me. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they just come up and they go, "Oh, I love your colours" or whatever. And if I wear black or something more subdued, I'm learning that I don't actually enjoy wearing subdued colours because I like the response I get when I wear colour.
Oh, definitely. Even
Yeah.
even her nails have
Oh,
color. We got to look at these.
They're
Perfect.
fun, aren't they?
Yeah, let's show the nails. Here we go. See? All right. Yeah. Rainbow nails, everybody. But you know, we were just showing your Instagram with Oprah on there, and give
Oh,
us
yeah.
your connection to her because I think that's what really helped catapult you into
Yeah,
this,
she's been amazing.
launching this.
Yeah. Oprah's been incredible. I met her many years ago in Hawaii, and then it's sort of all, I got to know some of her producers, and then when she came to Australia, she rang my doorbell and came for taco night, and then when she toured Australia 5 years later, I got to work with our Today show in Australia, touring around with her, and we've sort of become friends.
Yeah.
And so, like, I sent her a sweater because I said to her, you know, would you wear a rainbow sweater? And she goes, look, probably not, but send me one for Gail for Christmas because Gail, her best friend, loves colour.
Yeah.
And when I sent it, she wrote back and she goes, oh, by the way, I kept it. And then next thing I know, she just pops up wearing it, like in the video. It's so cool. There she is.
There we go.
And so I've never asked her to do that or anything like that, but she has done that. I mean, this is International Women's Day. She's a supporter of women.
I
You
know.
She's incredible.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, it's great to have you back in internationally traveling again because I know
my
during
God.
COVID you guys were pretty much locked down for
276 days. And not allowed to travel more than 3 miles from our house. We had to have papers, like in the war or something like that. It was quite bizarre.
Yeah.
And everything was shut, and we had a curfew at 8 o'clock, and then it changed to 9 o'clock, but curfews at night, it was the craziest time.
Oh my gosh! Well, we're glad she got to come back last year, and we had her on the show, and then of course you came back this year, and you're kind of wrapping up your Vail stay. But how's it been?
It's been so good. It never disappoints, does it?
Yeah.
The restaurants, the shopping, the people, the mountain. It's better than
skiing.
anywhere else. Yeah,
Skiing.
that's why I said the
Yeah.
mountain. It's better than anywhere else. Here, Paul goes to skiing.
Yeah, Paul's behind the scenes. He's taking. This is Megan's husband. Yep, he's taking video right now. Hello.
Yeah, but it is good because I'm not as good as Paul. Paul's an excellent skier, but there's terrain for everybody here, and you don't have to get in a bus to go to different spots.
Yeah.
You're just here, and it's
Yeah,
great. I love it.
You ski all around.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're leaving soon. Where are you heading to next?
We're heading to Utah, and we're just going to drive around Moab and Zion. Where else are we
Bryce
going?
Canyon.
Bryce Canyon. All these amazing places, and I'm meeting up with this beautiful singer, Mindy Gledhill. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but I love her, and we're meeting her in Salt Lake City.
Oh,
and so we're doing some really fun things. And we'll be in LA, and I want to buy some more roller skates.
She got light blue rose case last time. She's
Yeah.
gonna get a different color. You'll eventually have every color of the
I know,
rainbow.
wouldn't it? And then I could wear one of each.
yes. Spreading color on the strand.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. And a few other new things that happened since we spoke to you last year. You became a grandmother.
Oh my God, yes, it's the best.
And you gained a new son-in-law.
Yes,
So you had a wedding and a baby.
It was a wonderful year. Like, it was all those exciting celebrations. And my daughter had rainbow bridesmaids.
She did. It's a really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. We got one of the pictures.
Oh yeah, there's us in the
there.
corner. Yeah, she had beautiful rainbow flowers, and it was a really beautiful celebration. You know, it was great.
Okay, well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for what you do, to spread joy to women and anybody.
Well, you too. I mean, you're a beautiful example of lifting women up. I think I always feel good after I talk with you. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, all right. Well, Megan Castron, she's the Jewel Chick, and you can find her things online. Not everything is for sale for us in the United States, but
All the clothes
sweater,
are, and the jewelry Australian. Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The sweater, the jewelry, not some of the housewares, but that's okay. We just have to go to Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll visit you next time.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Well, Meredith, any questions? Do you want us to put in an order? Maybe the necklace. Maybe find out where her nail salon is.
My nails are nothing compared to yours, Megan. It is so great to hear from you again. We love having you on the show, bringing your positivity, your color to Vail Valley Live, Vail Mountain, and the world. So enjoy your day. You definitely made my day brighter. Great to hear from you. And happy International Women's Day to everyone who tuned in, all of the women here in the Valley and beyond. We love celebrating you. The world is a better place with everyone here. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back here tomorrow, 7:30 to 8:30, same time, same place. You can find us on Facebook or YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you hear the alerts. Maybe it's even your alarm clock waking up and starting your day. We love sharing this moment with you. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.